What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today is Thursday, April 3rd. Yes, we are continuing on with our 355 days of vlogging. Something that I wanted to take the time to talk with you guys about today was the power of our words, even when we're joking or we feel like we're being sarcastic, especially when it comes to men. I guess the topic for today is that men have feelings too. It's something that it doesn't seem like something that we would need to discuss out loud, right? For a long time, I know I felt like that's something that everyone thought about on a regular basis, but apparently it's not. I've spoken with a lot of men who have felt like when they are being verbally or emotionally abused, that they don't have the right to speak up about it, or that no one, that they should just suck it up and take it because they're a man. So I wanted to take the time to talk about that a little bit today. If you are a woman and you are watching this, maybe take the time to consider the fact that the men in your life have feelings just like you do, and to really be sensitive to that. I think in a lot of ways men are more sensitive than we are as women, but they're just not allowed to show it more. Like, society doesn't really give men the grace to express their emotions the same way that we do for women. So, and then oftentimes we see a man who is hurting, and instead of crying, he's angry. And then we just assume that because he's angry, that's the only emotion that he's feeling, because that's what we're seeing. But often anger or feelings of hurt or sadness are masked by anger. So if you're joking about a man in your life about his weight or his hair or his height, his IQ, that is just as hurtful as if you were talking to another woman about her body shape or her breast size or her skin. Like, to remember that verbal abuse is verbal abuse. Emotional abuse is still abuse. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or if you're a woman. If you guys have something constructive to add to that, or your own personal experience that you would like to share, please feel free to share that here. This is a safe space. I know of other therapists that I've spoken with as well who would echo the same thing. They've had a lot of sessions with men who go through the same type of traumatic experience when they've dealt with emotional abuse as a lot of women do. They just aren't vocal about it, unfortunately. I hope that this video was a blessing to someone today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Okay, lastly, I did have one more thing to add. If you're a man and you're dealing with verbal abuse, to remember that you don't have to tolerate that. You don't have to keep people in your life who don't know how to treat you, how to respect you and your boundaries, how to speak with you in a loving and kind way. It's not acceptable from anyone, and you don't have to tolerate it. To make sure to, just to encourage you to speak up for yourself, because eventually, when we keep putting ourselves in situations or allowing ourselves to be in situations where we're constantly being abused, over time you end up exploding, and you end up taking that out on most likely someone who doesn't deserve it, or you end up imploding, and hurting yourself, if not physically, emotionally, and it can take its toll on your health as well. So to make sure to take care of you, because you're worth it. And definitely seeking a licensed counselor or therapist who is a professional, a good licensed therapist, can definitely help with that. Healing wounds from emotional trauma that we've dealt with from our childhood or from past relationships, so that the next relationship hopefully that you develop with someone new will be a healthy one. We want healthy friendships, healthy relationships with our friends, our coworkers, our significant others. And God wants that for you too. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.